Good to go. All right. Welcome back, Latin Evolution Radio. You are live with Matt. And we got a Tuesday evening version of the Monday 3 p.m. Just got some things going on, and but I'm here. Got show must go on. Really excited to be here. Talk some sports. Talk about, I guess, whatever I got going on, whatever Isaiah's has got going on. He's the guy. You never show yourself.
It's ugly, man.
What? I had somebody tell me, they're like, yeah, the other guy.
What is the other? What's the other guy?
Yeah.
Man, the people know me.
There he is.
Yeah, here I am.
There he is.
Yeah.
The man behind it all.
We are broadcasting in TikTok too, and the app, and YouTube and Facebook. You can follow us there. Giving us a like in our page, and many things to say about the sports in past weekend. Yesterday, especially with the Timberwolves.
Let's kind of dive into a little NFL first, because that Timberwolves, we gotta let that marinate. We kind of just got off that subject, but okay, so we have the Lions over the Buccaneers. How do you feel about how that game went?
Yeah, I had with my friends, with my co-workers, the other two broadcasters, and we had a group in WhatsApp, and we had a controversy there because one of my friends says it's Detroit new dynasty, or
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think so. The other guys, he's anti-Lions. He hates the Detroit Lions. He says they are not the Detroit Lions. They are the little kitty cats of Detroit Lake.
Yep.
But is I'm in the middle, and I say, okay, they are having a really good season, but it's not a new dynasty for it's something new. It's like if the people say, oh, the Vikings was a serious contender for a Super Bowl last year just because they had a really good season. And we saw a reality the last year. Unfortunately, the difference between these Detroit Lions and the Vikings in the last season, it was Detroit has a really rude defense.
Yeah.
And Vikings had has no defense. It was like a paper there, it was so weak.
Especially as the season got on, because our defense at one point was one of the strongest defenses in the league, but
many people
they started to wither away. People kind of came up with a few injuries even last year, but no, Detroit's defense is really flexing their muscles right now. I don't know how that's gonna pair up with San Francisco's offense, but
I think that is their limit.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do anything with San Francisco, but you never know.
It's any given Sunday at that point.
Because probably the people is gonna be doing efforts just to trying to avoid that the conspiracy theory the people said about the Super Bowl logo colors. Many people there are saying like, oh no, this is a mafia. NFL had the plans to have the San Francisco and Baltimore on the finals and the Super Bowl because the colors of the Super Bowl logo,
Yeah, I just kind of go with the whole suspension of disbelief. Like, if this is orchestrated, because
let me leave, because next season is gonna be in New Orleans, I think.
Yeah.
And the colors are purple and green. But it's not the dark purple, it's the other one, like the Vikings. Then let me believe I probably want to be Vikings yet.
If that's the case, I'm okay with the Mafia orchestrator. As long as we get some Super Bowl that I see. Well, I mean, honestly, not really.
I don't think
I
so.
I didn't really look into it too much myself, but somebody was telling me that, the NFL is listed under sports entertainment, which means they legally could fix the outcome of games and really not really be in trouble for it.
But I don't think so. It's like respectful. It's not just for the people, even for the players.
Yeah, no.
Because how you're going to be playing for something that you know what's going to be the result. It's not,
Yeah.
no, it's
Especially like when you play with so much passion through, like coming up, getting to high school, kind of being the man, figuring it out through college, and then you get to somewhere where it's like, okay, this isn't real. Like, or what is it? I mean, I
exactly,
don't know how to feel about that.
yeah,
Um, okay, so in the AFC, the Bills
man.
kicked themselves in the butt really bad.
I really bad about that guy.
Yeah. Even
I
before
feel
that,
bad.
the announcer was saying there was a play that is all going to come back to if things didn't go the right way. Josh Allen on that third down, right before that, when he rolled out, he missed Stephon Diggs on that drag.
Yeah,
And they had more than enough time to, kind of get a little bit closer, maybe even get a touchdown or whatever.
yeah,
But,
I totally agree.
he took two shots to the end zone, trying to get it all right then and there. And, not even saying he was trying to be, the savior, the hero, but he got a little eager, I believe, to get the game over it. But,
Yeah, but I didn't really
you
feel
got to be
bad for
more
the
patient than
kicker.
that. Okay.
Even that guy is he delays all his social media accounts because he was receiving many tweets of
Yeah.
the people, and like I was like, why do people cannot understand that it's just a sport? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a game. Why people are so being so they are letting their bigotry going beyond, like just man, just control. I
No,
mean,
it's definitely ignorance.
ignorance
A
and
lot is a lot of ignorance, a lot of not understanding. Again, that it's just a game. Yeah, people put all their time and all to it, but
that
there's a
made me
lot of other
remember
things that come with
Madison
it.
when he has the issue here, and many
Yeah,
people are sending him like racial slurs and all that stuff, and I was like, come on,
it's terrible
it's
just
yeah,
to hear to see. I mean, it's not it has no place in the game anywhere. People got to do better,
yeah.
but yeah, that's got to be tough. He's already missed the kick, so like to kind of threaten him and his family. On top of that, that's just like inhumane, really. Like who are you? But I mean, people
He's
do
gonna
all
be
types of crazy things when they're
he's
sitting
gonna
behind
be
the
under
keyboard.
psychological treatment because of that too.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
yeah. And everywhere he goes in Buffalo, like hopefully he's probably out of there by now. But like, they're giving it to him. So
No, no,
no,
no.
yeah, definitely. Some prayers going out to Tyler Bass. Uh, you, you never want to see it go that far, outside the game. So no, that's a tough one. But
Yeah, really bad.
Baltimore also did their thing. I think that's going to be a really good matchup. But
For me, is the team is the for me is actually is the best team now.
yeah,
For me, is how they are playing, and they're like really disciplined. They're a really tough team.
yeah, especially with like if you look at how the season kind of played out, like the strongest team to start. Obviously, everybody had their eyes on the Eagles. They started 10-0, and you've seen how that ended. Even Kansas City, the team they're going against, one of the stronger teams, or
But
expected teams to do it, but
even
they've got a
the
lot of flaws.
even
They've
the
got
KC
yeah,
fans, no, they know that this team is not big, is not enough strong that like two seasons ago. I mean, or the two past seasons,
yeah,
like the same people. But this is football, man. That is because I love the football. That it can, just to come to reality with something that is not expected. It's like
yeah.
this is football. So
And another thing about the Ravens, kind of in my opinion, they're not they're not really playing, uh, to where they're overlooking their opponents. Because even the Texans, like, easily could have been, overlooked. Because you see how the game started. It was a really close game, but they did what they had to do. They locked in like it was, a team over them, or like the biggest threat. Because that is a really big threat. Because you lose that game, you're over and done with.
oh my
But
god.
they're playing with that sense of urgency every week. That kind of that good desperation that you need to play with. That competitive edge. So I believe mentally they are also going to be more prepared than
Yeah.
Kansas City, because Kansas City is kind of like, I believe, in a glad to be here type of moment. I even seen Travis Kelsey. Like, I seen a clip of Travis Kelsey saying
They broke the Gronkowski Brady record.
really
Yeah,
that
for
the postseason. Yeah.
to this dupla touchdowns
Yeah,
score, and I think they had 17 or something like that, and the past record was 15 or 16, something like that.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So what do you think about the other games? I mean, because even doesn't matter if San Francisco was the favorite over Green Bay, they suffered to win. They were there, I mean, just because Green Bay lost that the goal kick to,
Yeah.
and the Lob's interception. So is that where they lose the game?
No, yeah. Like you said, Baltimore is probably like the strongest team out there. You haven't seen
Then you think
too many signs of them kind of
then you think the Super Bowl is
wavering.
gonna be San Francisco Baltimore?
I do, and I believe
Yeah,
Baltimore is
I
going to
am
win.
crossing my
I believe
fingers.
Baltimore is going to win the Super Bowl because we already seen what happened on Christmas. So they're ahead
Yeah, I
of
mean,
them.
even some of my friends are telling me about like, nah, come on, you're jealous of Detroit. I said no, because unfortunately, it's part of the football, But Vikings has many injuries, so and the people who knows about the football, they know if you lose your QB1, you lose your season. I mean,
Yeah.
you are throwing away like more than 60%, 70% of your season.
No, 100%.
Because I don't know. I want to believe if Cousins are healthy and the other guys are healthy, probably Vikings.
The Vikings are 100% at least in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say they're still in the playoffs because, again, last season we went out right away to the Giants, but we're at least in the playoffs. We're at least where the Packers are right now. So,
yeah,
I mean, and not to speak on the past tense or, kind of harp or anything, but we did beat the 49ers.
yeah.
A fully healthy.
We don't want to. That
49ers
sounds like
team.
excuse too.
No, yeah, there's no excuses. Like, injuries are a part of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So the season is what it is. However, a full team, nah. We're in the playoffs for sure. I guess we can kind of gear over a little bit to what happened yesterday now, if you want to talk about it. All right, so I did not catch the whole game. I was supposed to be there, but I didn't make it to the game. But what I did see, just the end, kind of the end of the third and the fourth, um, I didn't see really anything that I guess impressed me too much. Even though Karl Anthony Towns had a franchise night with 62 points, we're up 18 points. We kind of seem like we're chasing whatever that record is, or on that whole accord, and just not only use Karl Anthony Towns, because I can't remember at what point they set him with 37 minutes, but it was pretty early in the fourth, I believe. Yeah, no, we kind of just threw the whole game away.
They thought they had the game in the pocket.
Yeah, no,
and it was a big mistake.
And the last time we were on the podcast, I don't know if you remember, I was just saying, like, we had a very tough stretch of games, and now we're going into a stretch where it's a lot more lax opponents. We had Detroit, we had Charlotte, we had we got the Spurs and teams coming up, but it's like we need to use this time to lock in. We need to use this time to implement those things that are being talked about and worked on at practice. And you're not saying like these are teams we can just kind of like use as dummies or whatever. I just believe we should be really locking in as opposed to doing what happened last night.
And I think last night was the worst lost for the team on this season.
Yes.
And it's not because the opponent, it's because their own mistakes.
Yes,
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Just not running the offense, not playing as not playing as a team.
Yeah.
You like to see Karl Anthony Towns with a career night, but I also wouldn't mind seeing him with 30 points and us get a dub.
So now if they come in and say that is part of their script for that game, I mean, I prefer to something like it happen now and not later on in playoffs.
No, 100%. And
So,
we still got the All-Star break coming up, and that none of that means anything. We need to focus on these games game by game and start to piece together, mostly in my eyes, our offense, because our offense is just kind of, it's like it's there, but like just off enough to it's not there at all. You know what I mean? And I guess something I did like to see yesterday, Nikhil Alexander Walker, he shot the ball pretty well. And I think he ended up with 18 points because Mike didn't play. So, I mean, I like to see Nikhil step up to play. Kind of getting more familiar with the team and the league, period. He's looking good. He's looking like a really good player.
mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I believe we kind of got to start, putting into our game right now is that bench, because we got to get guys like Shake Milton going. We got to get Jordan McLaughlin's looking pretty good. We just got to continue to get that bench, mixed up in there, and because that's going to be very important going into those series. Like not even even aside from just our main guys getting tired, we need to get these other guys a little more experience and worked into these games, because we got to use all of our abilities on the team to the best of our ability.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Yeah, no, we just got some things to figure out and piece together and continue to do. But I mean, we are by no means falling completely apart.
But the most frustrating is, I mean, never a loss is good, but if you are telling me, okay, we lost against Thunder or Nuggets or Celtics or Bucks, I mean, I kind of understand, but with all my respect, come on, Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Come on. No, it's
Charlotte hits some pretty good shots. To come on top, finish out on top in the end of the game. It was just a tough one.
But they are in the 13th place in the East Conference.
I think what irritated me the most about the game, because again, I'm trying to, I'm getting into this media aspect that, you're introducing me to. I don't really do too much cheering, as I do observing and try to, take in what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But it really, again, I wasn't at the game. It kind of peed me off a little bit to kind of hear the Charlotte announcers while it's a home game. I'm like, this is just annoying. And they just scream, and nothing against them, but it didn't fit me. On top of me not being there, being at home watching the home game and hearing Charlotte's announcers, just kind of ride their guys, But I mean, it is what it is. We move on. We got
tomorrow against Wizards.
Yep, tomorrow against the Wizards.
Yep.
Which hopefully we can come out on top.
Washington,
there.
Right?
Yeah, Washington. We have a few games that.
Yeah, and
not
Thursday against Nets.
Yep. Thursday
and
Nets,
Saturday Spurs.
But then we have the toughest game again.
Yeah, next Monday, Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah, but
in Oklahoma.
But which would be a good game to go, steal one back from them since they got one from us.
But they return to the Target Center on Wednesday, January 31st against Mavericks.
Yeah,
that is another
tough game.
Tough game.
We lost the last. I don't know if it was a home. No, it was an away game. to the Mavericks. Kyrie had a really good game that game, but I don't know. We got some things to work on. You always got things to work on. You always want to have things to work on. You can't really get to that spot where you're comfortable and just
totally agree.
let things be what they are. But I don't know. I still see a lot of growth that can be done and a lot of potential there. So we should be all right. But yeah, no, that was just a tough one. You don't want to see that. Other than that, I mean, we actually have lost the last 2 home games, which is pretty tough.
Now Oklahoma he just half game behind, right?
Yeah. No, well,
yeah.
You said Oklahoma's a half game behind.
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would really help for us to win these next 3. The Nets may be a tougher one. Out of the 3 coming up, but
now their challenge is to keep the same rhythm, and not start losing, because I don't know. I don't want to start thinking and or being fatalist, but we are okay. I prefer to think we are gonna be good.
We should be good. It's just a lot of things that we got to work on.
Yeah.
We're beating ourselves at this point, and depending on how you handle something like that, it could be a good thing or it could be a terrible thing, because you can continue to beat yourself, and it that could be the
this can help a lot,
the story of here on out. And also we got the Nuggets creeping up. The Nuggets are now in 3rd place, I believe. So Nuggets 3rd place. They're not. They're just a game behind the scenes. So we're having a tough time, but it's not really about the standings. As long as we're in the top 3. I mean, obviously you want that 1 seed so you get that lowest seed, but we got time to figure it all out. And again, we got an All-Star break coming up. We got a lot of basketball to be played, a lot of chess moves to be made. We're gonna piece it together, though.
Yeah.
I have faith in Chris Finch. I've seen so far, I like him.
And the most important thing is we are on time. We had enough time to fix this situation.
We again before the All-Star break. Yeah, we're sitting pretty good.
When is the All-Star break?
When is it? It's February.
By the way, just let me invite the people to go to the Timberwolves page and vote for players just to be in the All-Star.
February 18th.
Yeah, so just to be in the All-Star. And we had many nominated. There's just 2. Towns, is Anthony, as Gobert.
Yeah.
And who else?
Those are like kind of our 3 front runners right now. Yeah. I think Ant's at like 6 for the guards right now. So
yeah,
I mean,
and the All-Star is going to be in where they want to play the All-Stars game.
They're I think Indianapolis.
Indianapolis?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, that's what they would be. Indy.
Yep.
So no, we got some things to figure out, but it's not time to panic right now.
Yeah.
As
Exactly.
far as just, for the fans out there, as far as inside the coaches room, and I don't know what they got to figure out, but again, I have faith that they'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure they are thinking about that, what happened last night, but the important thing is not overthinking about that.
Yes.
Just, you had a bad night. I mean, just let's go and keep going, doing the.
Yeah, had a bad night / had some bad decision making there, as far as just.
And it's like the people
chasing a stat.
It's like the coaches say, you can learn more in in a loss than in a win.
Yes, you can.
So important thing is to take in the right way all these situations. So
Yeah, no. I think recently we've kind of been putting ourselves under the microscope, from their standpoint, which is really good because it's not like, we're focusing on, oh, we're number one, we're number one. We're ignoring all the problems until we're not number one. And then we got all these things to kind of figure out drastically. We've been talking about this for a while, honestly. It's, this feeling or whatever is going on has been going on for a minute now. And I do think they'll be able to overcome it because, I mean, they're playing at a really high level, every night. So some nights we're playing against ourselves, but overall we're playing at a very high level, and we deserve to be where we are. So
yep, totally agree. So we're almost over this is a 26 minutes show. So something else you want to add?
Lock your cars.
Hey, by the way, what do you think about what the people? I mean, the people are starting doing in their own mind what picks they are going to take in the next draft for Minnesota Vikings. As I told you in the last show, people are debating between the new quarterback. They what they should to do because last week Kirk Cousins says he is not going to pass the opportunity to play for a coach that he won 6 Super Bowls, and people start thinking like for sure he is going to Atlanta with the Falcons. He do not take that decision yet, but on your criteria, what the Vikings should to do on this? They need to renovate Kirk Cousins and get another quarterback, or they can take Russell Wilson. What they should to do? Good question, right?
It's a great question. There's a lot of options and opportunities out there. However, kind of the approach I want to take as far as just especially entering this media
because I have my own idea about that, but I like to hear different concepts. Why?
Yeah, no, I like to hear it. I'm just kind of trying to be observant. I honestly really do not have formulated an idea or what we need to do.
Because if you ask me that, for me it's better today resign Cousins and get the other quarterback.
Yeah, no, he fits with the
because system. if you sign Russell Wilson, that means you need to change all your playbook.
Yeah,
because they are totally different.
Yeah, they're very different, but I mean, it kind of like shakes out to how well we did in those couple games with Dobbs. No, he's not the same quarterback as Russell Wilson.
No,
but some of the things that helped us be successful are the things that Russell Wilson does well, as far as just getting outside the pocket and continuing the plays. And we got a lot of young guys with young legs that can get open for them. So that wouldn't be a bad option. But I'm just kind of trying to see how it shakes out. And then from there, I want to be able to kind of make my assessment on what I think will happen or what my opinion is of what's happening, because I love Kirk Cousins now. But when we first got him, I was definitely like, what is going on?
Yeah.
What, so I'm just kind of taking a back seat, and I'm very eager to see what does happen. Because
it's moment to take like a Rogers way, no? Go and take a seat, get some ayahuasca, and think about it.
Yep. Go on a spiritual journey in the woods real quick. It's tough. It's tough, but I mean, I think I'm just getting a little more antsy than anything because.
And also this the next season is the third season for Kevin O'Connell. Is his consolidation season for him. Then it's because the risk is more than than the last season too. So
Yeah, it's
as
his
we are
prove it
expecting
season.
today, they took the right decisions.
You know, it's definitely his prove it season. No more.
Because they are in that dilemma
I don't
because
think he has
they
as
need
much wiggle room to you
talk
know.
with Danielle Hunter too,
Yeah,
just to renovate him
Mhm.
or let him go.
it's kind of sounding like it's either him or Cousins right now.
Yep.
And you know, like, do you get rid of Cousins and keep Danielle and draft a quarterback, or do you get rid of Danielle, keep Cousins, and draft a rusher? It depends on what they're seeing, because obviously scouts have been looking at these guys for way longer than just this off season and just this college season. I mean, they've been looking at these guys since they got into college. So I don't know what's going to happen. I guess right now I'm going to leave it to the professionals as far as just like the GMs and
let the professional do the job.
I'm big on letting the professionals do the job, because I can speculate and spectate all I want, but this ain't Madden.
Because one thing is what you wish or what you want to do. Another one is what's the best decision for the team.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm definitely not paid to think that way.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to be on the crazy Adolfo Mensah's shoes, because it's a hard time for him.
Yes.
Jobs
are on the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they are. I mean, I guess as a business, they always are.
Yeah.
No,
this is because they are receiving really good money for this kind of decisions. So
no, for sure.
Yeah. Something else you want to add?
Lock your car. I've had my car. I've had my car broken into a couple times recently. I don't keep much in there, but it's not a fun time to go in there and see all your stuff on the floor. So people lock your cars. And be respectful. I guess that's all I got for the day. That's all my outside insight.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you got to add?
Hey, we are in TikTok too. Just say
hello, TikTok.
People. Yeah. All right. Then that's all. Okay.
All right. Signing
off. See you next time.
Till next time, you're live with Matt. Everybody have a good one.
Exactly. We'll hear you next Monday.
Next Monday at 3.
All right.